We've got tips and recipes for healthy living. So for fun and inspiration, come and join us in the raw food world.
Hello, everybody. This is Matt Monarch, and today is Friday the 13th. Ooh, February 13th, Friday, and I gotta go into work today. The boys in the shipping department are like 2 days behind, and I'm gonna go catch them up and help them out. It's actually a mission of mine to get that place running at shipping within 12 hours, and we are there. It's just every once in a while some slip ups happen. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. It's 5 a.m. here. I'm about to go in. There's a few things that I wanted to talk about. Number one is yesterday I forgot to mention a sensitivity. I'm going to be wrapping up a lot of stuff right now, actually. Garlic and onion. When you become really sensitive, the mustard seed oil from garlic and onion, if you do too much of it, you can do a little bit, but if you do too much, the mustard seed oil irritates the mucus lining and you get a mass amount of mucus. I remember like 4 years ago, I ate like a mass amount of garlic. I'm talking so many cloves. I almost had bronchitis, it felt like, from all this mucus coming up. It was quite insane. So I don't do massive amounts of garlic anymore. One clove at the most, and that can still create a little bit of mucus, which is no problem. Okay, there's something else I wanted to write. Brigitte Mars emailed me twice, and I'm going to read them both right now. She totally enjoyed the nettles in the head. And she said, Tom tends to whack it rather than rub it. So like bam, bam, bam with the nettles instead of like rubbing it in. And he also covers his face with a magazine to protect himself. I guess that's a pretty good idea. And then she wrote, just thought you might like to know that nettles, stinging urtication is what it's called, stinging is urtication, was also used to whack the genitals to stimulate circulation. Which is what Viagra does. Also to treat arthritis, the vegan alternative is bee sting therapy. Luckily I don't have arthritis. Blessings, Brigitte. Okay, so I'm not going to do a little example and test about whacking my genitals with stinging nettles, but that's something you might want to think of. That's hilarious. Also, everybody's been asking about Michelle's dog and the raw food diet. I believe that her dog is raw vegan. What we're going to do is, Michelle's agreed on Monday, I believe, we're going to go to her house and we're going to watch her make this food for her dog. I want to know how she does it and stuff like that. Me personally, I had a comment from someone saying, do you have nasty kibble in her dish? Get it out, because you can see it on camera. I had kibble in a bowl. That's just not no ordinary kibble. It has a raw bio freeze-dried coating on top of it. It's very high quality. This woman who has hundreds of dogs, well, I don't know about hundreds, but a mass amount of dogs, has rescued many, recommended this freeze-dried raw food kibble. And so I got it. And also, to be honest with you, these dogs are both very young and they're growing. And I want to make sure, I feed them this raw food, meat, dog food that is a pretty penny every single day. It's all this stuff is from Nature's Variety, and they get a raw food meat patty like 2 times a day. And I could see myself maybe in like 6 years or so feeding it like Michelle does, raw vegan. If that dog started at a very old age. And what happens is if you do something like this, it's a very clean diet, and the dog's going to become very sensitive. Fred's dog, his last dog, Dr. Fred Bishi, he did this. Not his new dogs, but later in life, he healed his dog. The vet said he had to remove a leg, and then he just put him on a raw food diet, and he cleaned out, and he was running, and all his cysts disappeared. It was crazy. And the dog had to take drugs one day, and it just didn't make it because it was so sensitive and clean. But I can see me in the future, maybe 6, 7, 8 years from now, putting them on a raw vegan diet and watching them thrive later in life. And they're thriving now, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like starting later in life is a major benefit because you regenerate and regenerate. For example, I started a raw food diet when I was younger, and I cleansed very quickly, and now I've balanced out, and I'm aging on the raw food diet. I mean, everybody ages, it's quite all right. But if you take Dr. Fred Bishy's mom, who started a raw food diet at 84 years old. She had a stroke and wasn't going to make it, and Fred convinced her to change her diet. She lived to be 101. She had all this work to do on her body, and she just became younger and younger and younger as the years go by. And she wasn't as clean as me. She wasn't as inept to the environmental toxins. She had more margin for error. If I were to have a hamburger right now, I'd end up in the hospital with massive fever. I don't even know what. If Fred were to have a hamburger, he's been doing this for 40 years, he probably would die. So these are just things to think about. What else did I want to talk about? I think that's it. Friday the 13th. And I'm not going to sign off here. What I'm going to do is I have to go to work now and make it all happen. And maybe I'll see you in a minute. Mwah! 11 hours later, and I just busted out in 11 hours, 10 hours, I did 200 orders personally, and they are totally caught up now. It's unbelievable in the shipping department. And I just got back home. The dog's made a mess here. It's quite funny. And I just got a little birthday present in the mail. It was a little bit late. It is a Play Dog Bone, an eco-friendly one, Harry Barker's, and it's their first little toy. Maybe she'll stop biting my pants, and we'll start biting this toy. So, we've got some excited ones going a little bit nuts here. This one attacks me non-stop. Woo! And we got a little toy. I think she's gonna like it. Oh, she loves it. She absolutely loves it. Look at that. I just gave it to her 3 seconds ago. Her first toy. Oh my God. She's so excited. I think it was Angela's sister that actually got me that. Thanks, Nicola. I'm going to do what Brigitte Mars was telling me about, and I'm going to whack my head with stinging nettles instead of rubbing it in to see if there is actually a difference. Okay, here we go. Now people are going to think I'm crazy for whacking my head with plants. Ooh, that hurts my fingers! Stinging nettles. I think he goes like that. Oh yeah! I should be covering my face with a magazine, but I got this holding up. Oh yeah! That's the way to do it. That is definitely the way to do it. Just knock the... Wow. Woo! Circulation is going. And this is Matt Monarch with the Raw Food World TV show. And tomorrow's Raw Spirit Saturday. I told you I was going to have a deep talk with you. And we'll see you then.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again at the Raw Food World.